Revered and admired for his resistance to the West. Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta eulogized him as a freedom fighter, a man of courage, and a Pan Africanist who stood for Africa's interests.
Well, Kenyatta ordered that the Kenyan flag be flown at half-mast for 3 days. We asked Kenyans what they thought about the former president of Zimbabwe.
I think Mugabe was a true son of Africa, but Africa failed Mugabe.
There's nobody without weaknesses. He may have had his flaws. We just accept what... actually, we should look at the bigger picture of liberating his people.
Mugabe had very good ideals. The only problem is the West doesn't give you a chance. Any African leader who has tried to stand on his feet has always been fought very hard. And that's what happened to Mugabe. His policies for Zimbabwe, I think, were the right policies, because the Europeans stole our land.
It's a double picture. They say he was a very important freedom fighter, but in Belgium, where we came from, we have not the impression that he was a good leader for everyone.
In Africa, if you cannot use dictatorship, you cannot control Africa. So the best person to rule Africa was Mugabe.
I think he was more of African. He spoke for Africa.
And as Zimbabwe mourns the passing of its veteran leader, the Mugabe family and the government remain at odds over burial arrangements.
Well, the family wants a private funeral at an undisclosed location and date for the late Robert Mugabe, throwing Harare's plans into disarray.
Well, dignitaries including President Emmerson Mnangagwa and the opposition MDC leader visited the family's home in the capital yesterday. Griselda Lewis has more from Harare.
Former First Lady in mourning, but words of comfort from her late husband's successor.
As long as ZANU-PF is in power and as long as I'm leading, no one will deviate. You will remain our icon, our commander, and our founding father.
After paying his respects, Mnangagwa met the Mugabe family over disagreements regarding burial arrangements. In an earlier statement, the Mugabes accused the Zimbabwean government of attempting to coerce them into accepting a program for the funeral and burial without consulting them. But even after that meeting, it was no clearer where and when the former elder statesman will be laid to rest.
The family want to have a private burial. This is what I was told last night, and I'm repeating that again to say that is the wish of the family. But obviously there are others who would have preferred him to go to the Euros Acre, and they must continue to discuss with the family.
Amongst those offering condolences, opposition leader Nelson Chamisa.
We had many differences, but beyond the differences that we had politically to save our people, we have to reflect on his contribution.
Later in the day, thousands packed the local stadium to view Mugabe's body. Mugabe's body will lie in state again today at Harare's Rufaro Stadium, where the general public will have an opportunity to pay their respects. On Saturday, heads of state and dignitaries will do the same at the National Sports Stadium. But all indications are that only the Mugabe family will be present at his final resting place. Griselda Lewis, SABC News in Harare, Zimbabwe.